Hey, what's up? Today is a special day because it's not just a photo adventure, it's a regular adventure, I guess. Anyway, I was invited to check out the showroom of a new EV startup's prototype car. And this is pretty exciting because I like electric vehicles. I like the technology that they use, and there's some photo opportunities here because they reached out to me asking if I might have some time to collaborate at some point to take some photographs of their car in like a sunsetty tropical manner. And I said sure. So then they invited me to their showroom, which I'm going to go to here in a few minutes, and take some photos of the car, meet some people, do a little networking, and see what kind of opportunities might be there. And most importantly, well, not most importantly, but there's going to be pizza. So, of course, it was a hard yes for me because I can't pass up pizza. Anyway, I am going to give my dog a little treat, and I'm going to head that direction here shortly, and I will start rolling again once I get there.
I've been on a vibe kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I'm never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rack.
Alright, so I have arrived at the Indi space, which is what they're calling the administrative headquarters of the Indi EV operations. They do have a plant in Vernon, which is where they handle most of the manufacturing, but here is where all of the major decisions are made, and this place is fantastic. So the company's motto is "You do you," and the car is heavily customizable, and especially the back, they have like a clip and lock, a patented click and lock system for the back, which helps you organize whatever you want, from horse saddles to snowboards or anything, without having to utilize the roof. There's even a configuration where you can turn the entire back of the car into a dog kennel. So anyway, they've very much modeled their space after that as well, and they're going to be doing like most of their marketing and advertising, at least for the beginning, is going to be going through social channels like Instagram, YouTube, and things like that. So they have been inviting, myself included, content creators to come by the space. And I'm sorry if you can't hear me very well. This place is pretty echoey, and they're giving a tour of the car over here. And but anyway, they actually have a space up here, which I'll show you in a minute, which is a creator space for people like us to go and do. There's Mike up there. He's my company contact here, and he was just upstairs working with a model that's going to come down and do some photos in front of the car. But he invited me here to check out the space and see if I might be interested in doing some photos for them in the future. And he was showing me the creative space up there where if you're a videographer or something and you don't want to do some content for them in your studio or at home, you can come here and do it, and they will let you work out of this room here, and then you can go up there to film your content or do whatever it is you need necessary, and then the car is right here. Also, I don't know, for anyone who's familiar with LA, especially the wings over on Melrose, there's wing murals all over town painted by Colette Miller, and they commissioned her to do a set here in the showroom, and they're right here. So you can see the car here right between the wing, and they're giving a tour. That's John, the marketing guy. He's going to give us a tour of the car here in just a few minutes, and we'll be doing that. Yeah, whatever. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there because I was thinking about these wings here. But you can come here, take your photo with the wings if you want to, and just kind of admire the car, hang out. They have drinks for you, and pretty much whatever you want to do as a content creator, or whatever your creative vision is, if you're working with them, is able to be done here. So as soon as John finishes up this tour, he's going to give us one and kind of walk around the car and tell you a little bit more about it. This showroom is just really amazing. Got a jumbotron, yeah, and then they've got a sort of staging room over here, which is going to be their future spot where you come to either pick up your car after you order one or order one. They'll be going through the whole catalog and everything like that. They're going to be taking pre-orders shortly after CES. They're going to go to CES. For anyone who's going to CES this year, Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas, they're going to be in booth 3443, so you can check them out. And then after that, they're going to be taking pre-orders, and they should hopefully be delivering the car about a year afterwards. I'm not 100% on that. We'll ask John once we get a tour of the car here in a few minutes. So upstairs, behind the wall of the Jumbotron TV, this is the space or future creator space. They're going to do their own commercials with social media influencers as well as some local artists and things like that, and they're going to run all of their sort of media marketing through those sort of channels as of now, and this is a space that they've created to be able to do those kinds of things here in-house. So they've got this door here that closes, and then they have a blackout blind system that goes all the way around, so they can actually turn this into like a makeshift studio. And then here's the closet with the Jumbotron, too fancy. And then there's an empty sort of lounge space that they're going to use for like various different launch parties and stuff like that. So that's the upstairs. So this is the informational area. This is the information room where they will be bringing in customers and taking deliveries at some point, or coming in to order the car or whatever. And this is where you come right now to start your tour of the current prototype, and they have this informational video about the car. They have a 3D printed model, and they also take your picture. And they put it on their wall of people in their office area. So such a cool place. I mean, it's a very unconventional car, showroom, but it's really, really cool. It's about the whole experience that they're trying to sell you, as well as the car. They're trying to model the space that they sell you the car, or that you decide to buy the car in, around the way the car feels itself. It's a very customizable car with the click and lock for the rear, and it's a very personal, the vehicle integrated computer is a very personal thing. You can do whatever you want, social media, Instagram, watch videos, movies, whatever. So they're trying to sort of mimic the feeling of what it's going to be like to own the car inside the showroom. So that's really cool. It's really different, and I think that that's going to be doing well for them. Okay, so now I'm here with John
Santos.
Okay, and your title is?
I'm a marketing associate here at Indi EV.
Okay, and he's going to give us a quick tour of the car. And when you take a look at this car, the first thing you're going to notice here, like this, or through the top, because there's a nice window here, is what they're calling the VIC, which is...
That is our vehicle integrated computer.
Okay, and this thing is like any other PC that you've ever used to do anything that you've ever wanted inside the car. Safely, of course. The main screen for the VIC is in the passenger side, and it's not super readily accessible by the driver, so
yes,
it sort of helps
so
peter any safety concerns where you can't operate it while you're driving.
We do have a privacy screen over it, so if you're actually looking at it from the driver's side, you'll be fine. No distractions.
Okay, cool. So this is sort of the heart and soul of the car. It enables you to pretty much do anything that you would do on a computer, or if you're a content creator, Instagrammer, whatever. It allows you to do that directly from the vehicle. So this car is coming with 5G connectivity that is included in the price, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, and the prices are starting at 45,000, and this is a very versatile. I'll show you the inside in a minute, but it's a very versatile all-wheel drive, right? All-wheel drive, 300-mile range, 95 kilowatt battery is the standard, right? And then they're also going to offer
the middle one, yes.
Yeah, they're going to offer.
So we offer 72 kilowatt hour battery at 95 and 114.
Okay, and what are the respective ranges on those?
For those ones, we're actually still doing a lot of testing, but if I'm gonna take a guess, it should be around the higher one should be around 400, and the bottom one should be around 250-ish.
Okay,
yeah.
Excellent. So this thing, let's walk through here and see what we can see. This is the interior. Okay, so you want to point out anything here? We've got the main driver information screen here, which is your more over your.
Of course, yeah. So right there, that obviously is the miles per hour, your navigation and your surroundings and warning systems. That middle one right there, this is also your navigation, your music selection, your AC controls and whatnot. And the right one, as he mentioned, that is actually the Windows PC that this car comes with, and that is powerful enough to do any video editing, Photoshop, whatever, you name it.
Right, and with the 5G connectivity, you can do anything right from here. So if, let's say, this video that I'm doing right now, if I wanted to, will there be like sort of like a USB slot or something where you can upload data into the computer?
Yeah, so it is also, we're going to include that. Also, there's going to be Bluetooth connectivity. So any mechanical keyboard or wireless mouse, you can actually connect to it, and that's how you can work from it.
Okay, so theoretically, I could take all the footage of this video, plug it in, start editing right there in the passenger seat, and upload it before I even leave here, if I was here.
Exactly,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fantastic. And then we've got all kinds of stuff here. So the back is very spacious, and the seats fold down, and there's all kinds of configurations that you can do with the seat, correct? Like they'll come down, and you can box it in and out for like as a makeshift dog kennel.
Exactly.
Right?
So those seats actually go all the way up and all the way back. So imagine you have a baby in a car seat, and you want to check up on that baby. There's actually a camera right there, and you can actually see it on the top right. That's that black square. That is a camera, and
it's a camera.
Let's say you turn on that baby feed, that baby camera feed, and it will pop up in that middle, so you can always just monitor your baby while you're driving. Not only that, so as I mentioned, the seats go all the way up, so you're always going to be arm's length away from your baby, so you actually don't have to take your eyes on the road. Sorry, you don't actually have to take your eyes off the road while you're adjusting your baby's head or something. But yeah.
Okay. And you'll be able to monitor the activity from this happening inside the car, right?
Exactly.
So let's say you have a dog in the back seat. You leave the car running so they can have AC or heat or whatever for whatever time of year it is, and you just need to run in and get some milk or something. You can check your phone and see the dog from the cameras inside wherever you are.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Cool. And does the audio carry through? Like, will you be able to hear stuff inside the car, or is it just visual for now?
For now, I know that there is going to be a mic, because the suite of cameras, including the one above while you're driving, facing you, so you can actually FaceTime and Zoom call, Twitch stream if you want. So I know there's going to be a camera.
Yeah.
So I think
you can do everything from this car. You can take photos. You can take video. If you're like me and you're kind of like a videographer, and historically you've taken a GoPro and fastened it to the hood of your car, you can actually use the camera that's in this car to take video instead.
And it's going to be voice activated. So you actually, while you're driving, let's say, hey, Vic, or Vehicle Integrated Computer, the AI's name is Vic. Vic, start recording the front camera. I want to record and edit later. And then so it's going to start recording. And then if you don't feel like editing later, it actually can make a collage for you automatically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and it can do a collage from all of the cameras? Like
Yes,
if you
definitely.
wanted to take something from the outside and then like a driver reaction or something like that,
Yeah.
you could actually sort of mend them together.
Exactly.
Wow, that's really cool. Okay. So do you want to show us the trunk here? This is really one of the cool things about it. They've got a patented click and lock, right?
Yeah, it's a click and lock
system.
mechanism. You see all those grooves or those rail systems all across the bottom and the sides. So this car actually comes with it's a 3D printed click and lock mechanism. So you slide it onto these rails. You can actually make your own walls. So not only that, you can actually make your own shelving as well. So let's say you're at the beach with your family, you have all those wet, dirty blankets that you use for the sand. Put it on the right side, close it off, and the left side you have your cooler, your dry food, your clean clothes, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, very customizable. And what we're trying to do is upload those schematics online so you can actually download those, print it yourself, and add on to it. So let's say you want to add on your own personalized cubbies made from your 3D printer. You can definitely do that.
Cool, or like say a grid wall, like the things that most like dog kennels are made out of. You could sort of mount it in there so that they can see you, but they can't really get up to the front seat to distract you. And you can just drop it right in there and lock it in, and you're good to go. You've got your dogs, or even if you wanted to like print a holder for a food and water bowl.
Exactly. That's totally possible.
It would just mount right in there, and you'd be good to go. You have your whole life right there.
Right there.
Whatever it is that you need, right there.
Yeah, and if you dabble, that's not the only open source thing that we got. If you dabble in software engineering or I don't know, stuff like that, this car actually comes with a software development kit.
Oh.
And so as we mentioned,
speaking my language as an IT guy.
So as we mentioned, that right side is Windows based, and that middle one is Linux.
Okay. Let's go take a look at them real quick.
So that middle one is Linux. So with that SDK, you can actually mess around with the UI UX, any applications or modifications you want to add, go for it. One of our slogans is "You do you."
Yeah.
Because you guessed it, you can do you.
Okay, so the middle one's Linux. That's the one that mostly controls the operations of the vehicle, correct?
Yep.
Okay, and then the Windows-based one is the one where we can run Adobe Premiere,
Exactly.
Photoshop, whatever, and it's all running out of the computer that's underneath the hood.
Yeah. Download OBS. Go Twitch streaming.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Oh my gosh.
Live stream to YouTube. Here's a list here. They got.
Yeah, we have Netflix. Oh, as you see right there, that's a Windows-based operating system.
Trip progress. Okay, so if you get lost, there's maps and anything, and they are going to be 5G connected, so you can upload right away.
Exactly.
In-car Wi-Fi, so you don't have to use your cell. This is pretty much the EV for everybody. Everybody every day. That's like kind of.
Exactly. We are the future.
Yeah, and it's affordable too. Unlike some of the not knocking on any other EVs, but they cater to mostly the upper class. You're looking at like 60 plus, and this one starts at
45.
And that's for the mid-range, probably, right?
That is the base range. The mid-range, we're still deciding on the price, but it should be around 50, 55. And again, that is just a guess right now because it's still changing. But should be
But
around.
the value you're getting out of it is far exceeds some of the other ones that you that are out right now for the price, because there's going to be a lot more stuff available for this car than any of the other that fit your lifestyle in particular than most of the other ones. One thing I do want to highlight is it does have a nice roof as well. You may not be able to see it with the glare, but it goes all the way to the rear, up to the front. So you can, go out, stargaze without getting out of the cars. So, here in Southern California, we do have rattlesnakes and things like that. You're protected. You can just lean back and look out and enjoy the view. well, fantastic. And are all of the models going to be all-wheel drive?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so all of them are going to be all-wheel drive that we know of, and that means you can more or less. I mean, it sits up pretty high.
22-inch standard wheels. Also.
Yep, 22-inch wheels, and it's not really an off-road car, but being that it's all-wheel drive, you could take it into places that are pretty standard for most recreational activities. We're not going to go off-roading like rock crawling or anything, but Joshua Tree, up into the mountains, Big Bear, places like that, you're not going to have any problems even if there's snow or the road's a little bit wet, because we got the all-wheel drive system as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. So is there anything else you want to add?
I think
Touch on the bases so far?
So yeah, we're actually going to be at CES in January.
Yeah,
2020.
yep. Booth 3443.
Booth 3443. Thank you. And we're going to be announcing a lot more, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, and they'll be taking pre-orders shortly after that, right?
Exactly. So make sure you guys like and subscribe.
And then the estimated delivery time might be after.
Right now, depending on it depends on a lot. You guys know how EVs are, but it should be around within a year or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so and they will keep you, if you pre-order, they will obviously be keeping you up to date.
Of course,
on the manufacturing process. They are completely created. Like I said earlier, this space is their administrative headquarters, more or less, and their manufacturing is in Vernon, which is it's like 30 miles from here.
Yeah,
so it's all here, central to LA, all American manufactured, designed, and delivered.
Yes, sir.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, what's up? I have returned home, and on my way home, some fog was rolling in, and I don't know if it had something in it or it was smoggy or what, but I just got a terrible headache, so came home, took some medicine, took a shower, and now I'm feeling better. So I'm gonna end this out. Anyway, today was a little bit different. It was fun. It was really cool talking to the guys over there at Indi EV. There's a lot that goes into manufacturing a vehicle, and working with a small group and getting to ask questions, it's a lot of fun, especially since I'm kind of nerd. And I asked a lot of questions about the control systems of the car, and of course not everyone that developed it was there, so not all my questions were answered, but at least they made an effort. And just things like how the roof is all glass is really cool, and I wondered, from a structural standpoint, how are they able to do that while still keep a standard, safety regulation rigidity on the car in case it flips over and things like that. But it's really cool. It's really cool also from a nerdy standpoint that it has an SDK even for the control parts of the car. So like, if you're up for it and you want to write a program or a script to turn the AC on every day at 3 o'clock when you get in your car after work, then it works. It'll be on when you get in the car. So it's kind of cool that you can kind of do stuff like that, and how they patented the click and lock system, but yet they've given away the designs, or will be giving them away for people that have their own 3D printers, or businesses that want to manufacture click and lock parts that have a 3D printer can manufacture them on their own and sell them to these people that own these cars, so that they can organize the trunk a little bit better, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I am going to get to editing a few of these photos and see how they look, and start putting together a rough cut of the video. And it's only 7:30, but since that headache got to me a little bit, I'm probably just going to edit some video, the rough cut, and then edit several photos and go to sleep, since I've got some work to do tomorrow. Anyway, that's today's vlog. I know it was a little bit different, and it's almost like influencer type stuff, and that's what they called me when I was there. They're like, oh, they introduced me as an influencer, and I was like, I'm more of a photographer, but I kind of get it, because the whole sort of walk around with the car and everything was kind of cool, and it did make me feel a little influencer like. But I don't know, I tried it. I'm actually working with a company right now called Into the AM. I'll put the link in the description. But it's not really, I love their stuff and they got a customer out of me. But really, I think that I need to try doing things like that on a different channel like YouTube, because they wanted me to do it on Instagram, and it's just really not working out that well, because I post mostly landscape photos, and that's what my audience expects to see. And when they see a picture of me wearing a shirt or something like that, they kind of just keep scrolling because they don't even realize that it's mine. That may change in the future, I don't know, but we'll see. This is actually my first shot at doing anything like that, but they make really good clothing, and it's something that I could get behind. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. Because I do get a lot of messages to do things like that. Like, they're mostly just little minor things like coffee cups and disposable water bottles and things like that, but I already have enough of those, and I'm not going to spend time trying to get other people to buy them in the midst of all my landscape photos. So anyway, it's time to go. It's time to get this stuff done, and I'm starting to feel sleepy now. Maybe I can get a good night's rest and I'll feel great in the morning. We can hope. Anyway, that's all for this week, and I do plan on going on some photo adventures this weekend, so there'll be another one next week about that, and we'll see you then. Bye.